raised in Houma, and I grew up on the east side of Houma. Up there they call it Mechanicville. Grew up with my mom, my grandma, and a big family in a small house. So I mean, it was not the most comfortable, but it was cherished. So I didn't feel any kind of danger about it. But outside looking in now, yeah, it might have been a rough neighborhood, you know, but our family made us feel safe. I was heavily into movies. So, you know, Blockbuster with the go rent the VHS tape, and I just watched movies all the time. I wanted to play football because always in the newspaper, the guy who scored the touchdowns has a picture, has the interviews, and I wanted to play football to get some touchdowns. So I went out there to be a wide receiver, and they put me on the D-line, obviously. And I thought to myself, there's no glory in being a D lineman, and I was thinking only selfishly, and they made me stick with it. Frank Lewis, which at the time I did not know, he was a Hall of Fame, Super Bowl winning football player, but he was just Coach Lewis to me, and him and his crew got me right, and that's why I learned my competitive edge, because that's what got me to be where I am today. I didn't think it was skills. It was just always being competitive and having a high passion to win. You know, back in high school, my people who I looked up to was just a few years older than me. Pete Burks and my uncle Jerome Amaker, you know, the running back. Those are the guys I wanted to be. No professionals, no college players. It was, you know, those varsity football players I wanted to be like. I didn't play up until trying out for the basketball my 8th grade year. I didn't play basketball before, maybe on the park and whatnot. During that season, I rarely played. And unfortunately, due to grades in my 9th grade year, I did not play. Didn't play varsity at all during my 10th grade year. I was lazy. I didn't want to do anything, but one thing that my mother did instill with me was respect to you know, your elders. And if they tell me, hey, you got to stay out to practice and shoot 100 shots, 200 shots, I didn't want to do it, but I didn't want to tell them no. So I did it reluctantly, and I guess it kept building on on itself, and I just got better just out of just showing respect to them. And during that summer, I got really good with AAU, and had a good junior year and good senior year as well. My junior year, yeah, we did really well. We beat the #1 team in the state of Struan, and we doubled back and beat the #4 team in the state, St. Aug. Still to this day, nobody has eclipsed our point of making it to the quarterfinals. After my junior year, I played for the Houston Hoops AAU team. You're thinking probably, how can you? I flew. My first time flying was to go to practice with the Houston Hoops, and I played a tournament with them out at Purdue University, and I played really well, and I started getting some looks. Then I played with the local AAU team, the LT Rockets, did really well, and the final thing was I played with Swesh's AAU team. I forgot the actual name of the team, but they had a lot of Salafouche guys and a lot of guys from around the area too. And we finished in the top 10 in the national tournament, and that's when everything is flooded in. Texas A&M was by far my #1, and I wanted to go there. Their head coach flew down, met with me and my mom in the living room, and was like, "We want you." I was sold. I was 100% Texas A&M. And I know my mom don't want to hear this, but she completely freaked out. Was saying that she'll never see me again, and she won't be able to see me play, and then I'll go off, and she'll be worried about me. And again, respecting your elders, and again, I'm a little stubborn. I just signed those Tulane papers and I left. So it wasn't, oh, I'm so happy to go to Tulane. It was, I wanted to go to Texas A&M, but my mom wanted me to go to Tulane. All right, Mom, you win. Signed them, and I left. So no signing day, no leak to the press. Nope. Back in those days, everything came in a nice FedEx little packet. I signed it. I let my mom take care of the paperwork, and I just left. When I signed with Tulane, I wasn't eligible to play just yet. I still needed to get an eligible ACT or SAT score. And during the first weeks of school, I scored a really good score on the SAT, and I was able to have my scholarship go through, but I wasn't eligible until after Christmas. So I had to sit out, train on my own, and once after the Christmas break, my scholarship was full go, and I was able to practice with the team. And what's crazy is those guys, those seniors, didn't come back in time for practice right after Christmas. Coach sat them all down, and I started my first game as a freshman. My sophomore year to my senior year all kind of flowed together because I was so confident in what I can do. I worked so hard, and coaches trusted me with everything. I rarely got off the court, so I was top in the nation with minutes played each of my sophomore, junior, and senior year. I got a chance to play against my rival Clarence Moore, and we won. I had an excellent game, about 29 points, hit a lot of threes that game. It was just a wonderful experience to play in that famous arena and against one of my high school friends. I say a rival, but we're good friends. I don't want to say my mom was right, but I just know Tulane was a great fit for me and my personality because it was so homey. I don't know the right word. It was just, it fit me as a person. It was perfect for me on looking back at it. No regrets. I love everything about the school, and I love all my time there. Best years of my life taught me everything. Obviously, I didn't know I was drafted until somebody had an article in the paper. I didn't know. Nobody reached out to me. But it was a great honor to be drafted, and I was definitely flattered. I didn't think I could make it to the next level. And I know I'm blessed because everything continues to work out for me. The national championship with Carmelo Anthony and Syracuse won was in New Orleans, and a lot of agents were down. I received a call and said, hey, I'm Chris Warren. I like your game. I would love to represent you. I'm like, agent? Don't represent me. He got me a job playing in Croatia. So played there for a few games, and then an agent from Poland contacted me and said, hey, we want you. And I went out there, and it was hit the high road. I was the #1 scorer, #1 rebound in Poland, and then my career took off. They signed over my rights to go play in Greece, and I did really well there. I made a good impression, and a lot of Italian teams wanted me, and I stuck there for a long time. No matter how small the club is or how big the club is, they are extremely loyal. They're coming, they're tailgating before the game. They're coming, they're chanting. It's an amazing experience. So no matter how small the gym or big the gym, there'll be a crowd. And our fans, no matter who you played against, travel everywhere. It was always common for me, hey, Brandon, hey, come eat with us, come have a drink with us. I'm always going. So I'm a man of the people, and they always love that about me. So no matter if I'm going 25 one night, I'm not going out partying. I might just go out, hang out with the fans, you know.
Io ho scelto area fitness. Fallo anche tu.
Each and every game was super competitive, and I enjoyed my experience there. And then a lot of NBA guys come out of there too. So I mean, you're playing against some elite competition.
Per il lavoro della Siviglia Well Teramo, il tiro della disperazione di Brandon Brown. Brandon Brown da 3 punti. Oh mamma mia! Brandon!
5 secondi dalla fine, c'è ancora tempo per Teramo. Poeta a tutto campo contro Clark. Poeta si arresta, Brown si alza per il tiro da 3. Brandon Brown col tiro della vittoria. Brown vince Teramo 95-93.
I always was in awe of where I've been. And I was just driving right by the Coliseum. And I just thought to myself, wow, a kid from Houma, Louisiana, you know, born from Mechanicsville, is just driving in Rome. No need navigation or anything. It is just so surreal that I've been to so many places. The money was great, but again, we're from the States. States is, say you get paid on the 26th, no doubt in your mind you're gonna get paid on the 26th. But in Europe, you have to understand that the custom is they're not gonna pay you on time. Never. If you're paid within 2 weeks from the day that they say it, that's excellent. But I was making good money. You know, my mom, we didn't have all the best of things, and when you're making like a couple $100,000 a season, I was content. I wanted to just continue to play basketball, but when that money started going down, I chose family over, you know, trying to squeeze out 2 to 3 more seasons. One day, I saw her driving with her cousin. I said, wow. I'm thinking in my mind, wow, she looks amazing. And then a day, I went to Rouse's on the east side with my mom. And who's working the cash register? That same girl. Every time my mama went to Rouse's, that was me, tagging along. We wound up going to prom together, chatted with email for a little while, and we decided to, you know, rekindle some things, and long distance relationship turned into, you know, a marriage years later. Fell into it. Walking out of church one day, I get a call from Jaworski Coleman. I'm a big, tall, black dude, you know, you asked me to come to Vanderbilt. I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want my passion for the game to get misconstrued anyway. And he was like, look, whatever you're thinking is totally not that. Come on, give it a chance. Just come meet with me at Vanderbilt right now. So I go talk to him. He explained it to me. I'm like, look, I trust you. I'll give it a shot. And I couldn't have been even more wrong. I was dead wrong. Those girls are some of the best kids I ever worked with. No, I'm not the best kids I ever worked with. Love them to death, even to the day. I enjoyed my time there, and all the memories and friendships with the parents and the players that are lifelong. I'm thinking I'm taking a year off, and now I'm the head coach at Terrebonne. So here it is again. Something fell in my lap that I didn't quite reach out for, but thank for Scotty Dryden and Scott Gotro that you know, they laid it out there that I couldn't refuse to you know, take a stab at coaching my alma mater. I'm always thinking of what we can work on to get better. So that's a good coach trait, and actually that's a bad coaching trait that I have to work on, you know, with some mentors, coaching wise, and with my wife, just to calm me down emotionally, because I'm always wanting for the kids to have my mindset. I want to win all the time, you know, and if you are not a competitor, it's hard for me to trust you in times of being competitive. At my peak, I was a high-level defender and a high-level communicator. As far as what I coach high school now, I want my players to be hard-nosed, have that defensive mentality. That way, I may not score, but I'm gonna make it extremely hard for you.